Alright, BWC Internet Radio brought to you by Nothing, bringing people boredom for over 5 centuries. Nothing. Right here on the Ryan Hartson Show, BWC Internet Radio, aforementioned. Do you like our fake advertisements? I think they're great. Alright, so you go. Now, we just wrapped up breaking down the AFC Championship game. Good stuff. It wasn't the most interesting game. As far as storylines are concerned, it was the better game on the field, but it wasn't the more interesting game in terms of storylines. Yeah, you had Roethlisberger and the two great defenses, and Rex Ryan, and the foot fetish is irrelevant now. But that's, it didn't have as much to chew on from a journalism perspective, which I don't know if this is journalism, but anything can be journalism now. So you go over to the NFC game, which had a lot more to chew on, with this great rivalry that's just these two teams, Packers, Bears. They've played each other a million times, 182 times actually, and they're just fantastic. The rivalry, I don't know, the teams hate each other, and for whatever that's worth, like the players and the coaches don't really have to hate each other. That's it's really almost irrelevant if the players hate each other. It's about the fans. These two fan bases, one that's about cheese and beer and throwing crap and championships, and they think that I think Packer fans almost think that the Super Bowl is their birthright. And I'm a Packer fan. I know a ton of Packer fans that feel that way. I personally don't. I just like watching my team. I think that's what sports is. It's entertainment, and I like being entertained by this team, which is pretty damn entertaining when you consider Aaron Rodgers and the great offense and the great defense that's played on the other side. The whole thing is absolutely fascinating, as the team is fun to watch, and that's what I like. I like being entertained. That's what I'm into, and that's why I'm here for sports. I'm here to be entertained, here to be thrilled. I don't necessarily live and die with it, but I'm absolutely just fascinated by football and entertained by football. And that's why the Packers, that's what brought me to the Packers initially, was how entertaining Brett Favre was when I was young, when I was 5, 6. That's what really got me into it. And then, of course, I started following the rest of the team. So I can tell you that this rivalry is unbelievably intense from both sides. I mean, the Packers don't like the Bears at all. The Bears fans do get on my nerves. I mean, they really, really bother me. I think the Bears fans, a lot of them, whether it's the city did it to them or whatever, or maybe it's the state, because Illinois is a much more stressful population than Wisconsin is. I've been in both states a ton. I live in Illinois. I'm in Wisconsin all the time. And Illinois is just an extremely stressful environment to live. Everywhere you go, there's just stress all over the place. It's just one of the most aggravating states to live in. Everybody's angry all the time. I don't think it's the country. I just think it's this state. I think Illinois is a pissed off state. So the Bears fans living in Illinois are a pissed off fan base with this whole burning Cutler jerseys thing that we'll get into a little bit later. Right now, I want to break down the actual game on the field, which was terrible. Yes, it was 21-14. It was close. But if you were looking for offense, you didn't get it. Aaron Rodgers was terrible. Yeah, he threw for 244, but he threw 2 picks. Yes, he made the touchdown-saving tackle on Brian Urlacher, which was great. James Starks, yeah, he ran for 74 yards. Greg Jennings had a great day, 8 for 130. Those are the Packers' those are just the top performers that are on the box score. It's just coincidence, really, that they're all Packers. Well, no, it's not, because the Packers' defense was absolutely fantastic. They shut down Jay Cutler completely in the first half. To backtrack really quickly, Packers get off to a hot start, put 7 on the board like that, and then the defense gets a 3-and-out, and then the Packers go 3-and-out, and then they go back and forth a little bit. Eventually, I think it was the very beginning of the second quarter, Packers go back down the field. They have a short field, go back down the field, and James Starks bounces one in from 2 or 3 yards out, touchdown. It's 14-0 in basically, a little over 1 quarter. So then it's 14-0 for absolutely ever. No scoring in the third quarter. Pretty much, I'm looking at the box score here. James Stark scored 11:13 to go in the second. So you go a good 2 quarters before another touchdown. All the second, all the third, and a little bit into the fourth before the next Bears touchdown, the Chester Taylor run. So it goes from 11:13 in the second to 12:02 in the fourth. So, I mean, people that weren't Bears or Packers fans really couldn't get into this game. I mean, it was just it was boring. But for me, I think for all fans, it was extremely tense because neither teams could move the ball. It was a stalemate on offense, and you were just nervous. Like, what was going to happen next with these two teams, beating the hell out of each other? And eventually the Bears break through, get a touchdown, and then immediately the Packers with that crazy B.J. Raji pick six to get into the end zone, make it 21-7. And then the Bears go back the other way quickly with Caleb Haney, the third-string quarterback. We'll get into that in a second. Goes back down the field, scores a touchdown, and then it's 21-14, very close. And then Sam Shields, undrafted free agent rookie out of the University of Miami, makes a huge interception at the end of the game of Caleb Haney to put it away. Packers are going to the Super Bowl. Great job by Green Bay all the way around, making a bunch of great plays on defense. Offense, as I said, really, for how they played in Atlanta, even how they played in Philadelphia, they were terrible. Really not very good. And it was because the Bears know them so well and have a great plan for Aaron Rodgers. They know how to shut down Aaron Rodgers. And if I was Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl, I would watch this game, this tape in particular, more than any other, because the Bears know exactly how to shut down Aaron Rodgers. And in fact, if I was Mike Tomlin, I'd be making a couple phone calls to my old buddy, Lovie Smith. I think they had to have been on the same staff at one point in Tampa under Dungy. Was Tomlin there under Dungy or just under Gruden? I'm talking to no one. No one else is in this basement, and I asked a question out loud to absolutely no one. So I can't have an answer for you. But if you know, comment or email pwcinternetradio@live.com. Remember, the first person that emails me that I don't know at that address, I will mention in every segment on JMFPSP for the entire 2011 year. You just got to do it. And you know what? I really don't expect that email to come at any time because no one cares. Again, just in case, pwcinternetradio@live.com. I will read on JMFPSP every segment that we do on that show for the entire year if you email me. So, Mike Tomlin, he's going to have to use this tape more than any other to prepare for this game because the Bears, again, know how to shut down Aaron Rodgers. And that's the whole key here. You slow down Aaron Rodgers, the Packers offense, they don't have a running game. I don't care what James Starks has done in the postseason. They don't run the ball. Like, James Starks ain't running the ball in the Super Bowl. He just won't be able to do it against arguably the greatest run defense that we've seen in the last 15 years. The Pittsburgh Steelers are unbelievable. They can stop the run like you would not believe. It's phenomenal the way they play defense. They do defense better than anybody does anything else, arguably in NFL history. So the Super Bowl is set. You got your Steelers, you got your Packers in this great matchup of these two teams playing each other. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, one more segment. We got this whole Jay Cutler thing. I'll get into it. At full throat. It's going to be very interesting how people react to my analysis of this whole Jay Cutler thing. That'll be next. It's Ryan Hartson on BWC Internet Radio.